Good morning, congregation. I hope you have risen and are available to gather with me for the next hour or so as we honor all things spiritual. All right, I may be a little bit kidding about that part of it, but good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. I'm going to give a second here, and hopefully some people will come join. We've got the usual arrangement going here. Instagram, good morning. Glad you are up and running. YouTube, which is on the main feed now. And then down here we have Facebook as well. So I'm going to noodle a little bit. Give a chance for everybody to file in and take your seats or lay in bed. That's the beauty of this congregation. You can do whatever you want, wherever you want, and however you want. We welcome all comers, saints, sinners, ne'er-do-wells, spiritual healers. Whoever you are, you're welcome to this congregation. We're going to play some music this morning, talk some trash. Well, valuable, vital trash we're going to talk. Let's start out with this one, since in many parts of the world today it is Easter Sunday, and if you profess to Christianity and follow that way of life, then this is a very high holy day for you. And let's make sure we have. Hey, Mindy, how are you? Man, we've been burning up the turf, Mindy. I hope you're following. I know that I post almost all the stuff on Faceplace. And so I don't see you on Faceplace much, but hopefully you are. Anyway, we're going to, all over the world, Easter is obviously a big deal in the Christian world, and it coincides with Passover. And I think it's always fascinated me that almost all of the traditions of Christianity have come from pagandom. And Easter is probably one of the more obvious ones. The eggs, the rabbit, it was a fertility thing and blah, blah, blah. I mean, do your research, pardon me, get a little tongue-tied. I was speaking in tongues there for a moment because, after all, this is a service. Anyway, there's a lot of interesting stuff in the background. And then, the notion is that I suppose that the Christians adopted it in an effort to bring people on board. The best way to bring people on board is to just bring some of their customs along, and then they don't feel like they're having to leave so much behind. And apparently that was the notion. So anyway, let's start out with this. This is a Lubin Brothers tune that I play quite frequently on Sunday service, and I love me some Lubin Brothers. Buddies tell me I should have waited. They say I'm missing a whole lot of fun, but I still love them. I say with pride, oh, I like Christian life. No, I won't lose a friend for heeding God's call. For one is a friend who'd want you to fall. Others find pleasure in things I despise. Oh, I like the Christian life. Nobody's shunned me since I turned to Jesus. They say I'm missing a whole world of fun, but I live without them, walking the line. Oh, I like Christian life. No, I won't lose a friend for heeding God's call. For what is a friend who'd want you to fall? Others find pleasure in the things I despise. Oh, I like Christian life. I like Christian life. All right, little Lubin Brothers there. I'm cheating a little bit here. I got my little cheat sheets up here because, I'm lazy these days. I'm honest. I'm lazy. And it's easier. I know we're, trying to book gigs again like a lot of musicians, and I'm a little bit dreading the notion that I'm going to have to go out and play by memory. I know some people use iPads and song books and stuff. I try not to do that. Hey, Tressa, how are you? Tressa, you're in two places at once. I like that. I'm social right now. Well, I understand that. And Mindy, I think you're probably far wiser than the rest of us. But we've been getting some good press on the record, and I have to laugh. One of the people that's been giving us a lot of airplay and grateful to all that he's done and all the good things he said on his radio show about the record. Is Noel Casey, who's in Dublin, Ireland, on the radio. And I had to laugh because I'm not sure if it was his accent or he just missed it, but I believe he called you Mandy. But with an Irish accent, Mindy and Mandy, kind of come together. And he could have been saying Mindy, I don't know. But as someone whose name gets butchered all the time, it's kind of nice when, more obvious names get butchered. Anyway, lots going on in the world. Some good, some bad. Hopefully we'll take the day. And the weather's broken again up here, and it's nice again. It was really cold and kind of nasty for the last couple of days, but it's supposed to be in the mid 60s. And what would be really cool if, like, somewhere out of just the ether here, if like a small glass of water were to appear for me, since I'm kind of choking, that would be kind of good. No, Lucy, you can't bring me water. I wish you could. If you were like one of those St. Bernards, you'd have one of those jugs around your neck. But maybe some other way, some water will show up here and help me. In the meantime, I'll try to cough through this and do this. This is one of the songs that may or may not see the light of day somewhere down the road. It's a newer song that's been written. Today I tried counting the blessings, tried counting them two by two. Thought I had more than my fair share, thought I'd give a few to you. I wondered what you were missing. Is there a place on your shelf? In case you were wondering, it's a question I often ask myself. So if mine starts getting less than zero, I'll do that. Sometimes we all get blue. Remember that you are a hero. Someone is looking up to you. Was that my water? got some hair on my head, safe and sane most of the time. Send love since when I need it, some tequila to go with this life. Maybe after all is said and done, most folks just don't have a clue. Mountains and molehills amaze me more every day, it's true. So when life starts looking less than zero, sometimes we all get blue. Remember that you are a hero and let your light shine through. So when life starts looking less than zero, sometimes we all get blue. Remember that you are a hero, someone is looking up to you. Someone is looking up to you. Someone looking up to you. Let your light shine through. No water yet? Damn. I don't know. Yeah, damn, Jesus could turn, water into wine. You think I could just get like a glass of water out of nowhere? Huh. All right. So one of the things I'm going to be switching over, I think, I was nobody's girlfriend Friday night and had the chance to play with, not play with, but on the show with Nobody's Girl. And it was quite an honor, and they did intimidate me a little bit. I'll confess. But it was a nice thing, and they used a different format, a different application for their broadcast, and so I went out and I checked it out, and I really like it. It's better than Zoom and all those other things, and so I think that's what I'm going to be shifting to as of next week. Trying to do that, and that way I can just play to one computer and it will show. Because right now, folks, if you were to see the setup, I've got a tablet here, I got a laptop here, and I have my phone broadcasting on 3 different things, and so it's kind of a pain. So I'm going to try to shift over to StreamYard, which I know a lot of people are using, and see how that works out. So I'm going to do this one, which I have not done in a very long time. Especially since I'm not getting any water, I guess I'll just go ahead and keep singing. Man, you hit him upside the head with a baseball bat and it'd probably be still not work. If you didn't, let's jump back for a second, because I've done this before where I've talked about this song, the last song that I played. I kind of try to get people to notice that next time you hear that, you will notice that one of the tricks behind that particular song is that every line in the verse begins with the same letter. And I did that throughout the song, which was not an easy accomplishment, I will have you know. So this is a Tim Hardin song, and I hear from everybody all the time about how Facebook in particular blocks you when you do covers and stuff. Thank you. When you do covers and stuff. Look at it, just like a miracle, just dropped right out of the sky. You would think, well, never mind. I'm not going to talk about what you would think. Anyway, let's do this song. If I listen long enough to you, I'd find a way to believe that it's all true. that you lied straight-faced while I cry. Still I look, find a reason to believe someone like you makes it hard to live without somebody else. Someone like you makes it easy to give. Never think about myself. If I gave you time to change my mind, I'd find a way, oh, to leave the past behind. Knowing that you lied straight-faced while I cried. Still I look, find a reason to believe. Someone like you makes it hard to live without somebody else. Someone like you makes it easy to give. Never think about myself. If I listen long enough to you, I'd find a way to believe that it's all true. Knowing that you lied straight-faced while I cried. Still I look to find a reason to believe. Still I look to find a reason to believe. Still I look to find a reason to believe. Tim Hardin song there. Yeah. So we're going to go back. So I was starting to say that apparently Facebook either shuts down your broadcast or blanks out parts of it, depending on where you're broadcasting to, if they catch you doing covers, which I've not been aware of that happening with any of mine, but I do know that we do a lot of covers here. So I'm going to try to concentrate on doing more original stuff today and maybe get more into that particular situation so that I don't anger the gods of Facebook. Well, there was always a chance that I'd forget your name. Guess it's just a disease to blame. But your smile is still as warm as an old coat in the storm. I know my life will never be the same. Only yesterday I stood tall and proud, walked my own way in spite of the crowd. Now you take my hand like a little lost boy in Neverland. I wander with my head up in the clouds. Where are the reasons you lean on to get through? In my hour of darkness, will they be there for you? How many candles have you blown out on the cake? dazed by your mistakes. Most likely these days you will find me lost deep in the woods of my mind. Now I just sit and stare into the empty air, clueless as a beggar that is blind. Hope you'll come and sit at the end. Sit and hold my hand yet again. Don't let the tears wash away the years. Remember me from way back when. Where are the reasons you cling to get through? In my hour of darkness, will they be there for you? How many candles have you blown out on the cake? Do you measure the days by your heartaches? Well, there was always a chance that I'd forget your name. I guess it's just a disease to blame. But your smile is still as warm as an overcoat in the storm. I know my life will never be the same. No, our lives will never be the same. I don't think that song really has a title yet. So if it did, I would tell you what it is, but I can't tell you that. Yeah, Facebook is really not set up or kind to musicians. No disrespect, Facebook, and I like you people over on Facebook, but I think you're better suited on Instagram or on YouTube. And you can, if you go to YouTube and search my name, I'm sure my YouTube thing, and subscribe if you would. That would be a big help too. One of the things I'm finding now as I'm getting off my lazy duff after so many years, and in large part due to the success of the new record, is that when you go out trying to find gigs at other places, they're looking at stuff like, how many YouTube followers do you have and how many Instagram followers. So, anywhere you can find me, if you'd be so kind, is just to click on the follow button and join the ranks. That would be a big help, and I would appreciate that greatly. All right, let's try this song, which I don't have a cheat sheet for, I don't think, so we're going to just see what happens. Waiting round the corner, maybe I'll find another you. This time will be different, I'll know what to do. Since you left, baby, well, things just ain't been right. Spend my days in a fog, out drinking every night. When I look in the mirror, the man I thought I'd be is not the man looking back at me. When I look in the mirror, oh, the man I wanna be is not the man looking back at me. I remember thinking, maybe this time it'll last. If I can just figure out how to cheat the past. Love has never come easy. I'm learning as I go. Wanna thank you for the lesson in love I didn't know. When I look in the mirror, man, I thought I'd be not the man looking back at me. When I look in the mirror, oh, man, I wanna be. It's not the man looking back at me. Like water under the bridge that I'm burning, I guess what's done is done. There are things that change you for better or for worse. Sometimes love's a blessing, sometimes it's a curse. Maybe round the corner she's waiting to be found. This time will be different, I won't let her down. This time will be different, I won't let her down. All right, The Man I Want to Be. That's most likely going to be on the next record, I think. Pretty sure about that. So, anyway, I think I'm gonna do. Let's see, what am I gonna do? Well, let me do my favorite song as of late. I did this the other night on the Nobody's Girl show. Started writing songs again. You're the reason why. Only way I know to cope with saying goodbye. And if I was a betting man, I would lay it all on the odds that you and I could not survive the fall. If you'll be good to me, I'll be good to you. We can make believe that our dreams came true. You be good to me, I'll be good to you. We can both be free from these bitter blues. One foot in, 2 feet out, turn and take a bow. Well, I think I've learned a thing or two. It's about damn time. I hope you find your way, and I hope that I'll find mine. If you're ever looking back on these days, maybe smile bittersweet when you remember my face. You'll be good to me, I'll be good to you. We can make believe that our dreams came true. I'll be good to you, you be good to me. We can both be free from these bitter blues. We can both be free from these bitter blues. All right, chicka chicka chicka, bitter blues, bitter blues. Yeah, that's the newest song that's been written, and I really, you know, I think I like, it's like children. You like everything you write, but unlike children, I have favorites. But with my kids, I don't have any favorites. Anyway, that's a song that I'm pretty partial to these days. Hey, Bonnie. Happy Bunny Day to you, too. I can feel it coming. I can feel the chill in the air. Sunny morning, front porch coffee in my old rocking chair. These days are the days I never prayed for or planned. Yet here we are. I'm wondering how things got so far out of hand. But there's a big sky up ahead, a reason to raise your voices, to raise the dead. I'll be there with you if I can, in that promised land. In that promised land. I lost a lover, I lost my mother and a brother too. These days I'm grateful, these days I'm thankful that there's nothing left to lose. The sky is dark now, right here it's about to start storming. The clouds above me fire the first few drops as a warning. But there's a blue sky up ahead, a reason to raise your voices, to raise the dead. Be there with you if I can, in that promised land. Oh, in that promised land. But there's a blue sky up ahead, a reason to raise your voices, to raise the dead. I'll be there with you when I can, in that promised land. Oh, in that promised land. In that promised land. That promised land. Yeah, I was telling Nobody's Girl the other night. They have a song called "The Promised Land," and I asked them if it had come out of the pandemic as mine had, and I think that's that's my notion. I mean, it's a bigger metaphor than just the pandemic. This notion of a promised land, but I think for a lot of us, the promised land is getting vaccinated and getting through to a place where we kind of start to live again after a year's worth of being locked down and keeping company with crazy ass politicians and serial killers. And yeah, that, by the way, I have passed the serial killer exam. That's right, I am a bona fide serial killer now, if I choose to be. I can cut you up, I can do all sorts of things, make your body disappear, nobody will ever know. I have that skill now. I have that skill, and I took the exam because you're eligible to take the exam if you have watched at least 47 different serial killer series and watched them in at least 3 or 4 different languages. So I'm ready to get on with life personally, and I know that there's a couple of things that you need to consider here, and I want to just take a moment and speak to the congregation about this whole vaccine thing. You need to understand that the basic premise that's been here all along is that it's not just about you, but about everybody else. And I want to make sure you continue to apply that when it comes to the vaccine. It's not just about you getting the vaccine and protecting you. It's about you getting the vaccine so that hopefully you won't infect other people because you won't get COVID. And that's important because there are people out there who may not respond to the vaccine or may not be able to get the vaccine for various reasons. And so you want to be considerate of those. Remember, your duty as a human being, like it or not, is to have some consideration for fellow man. That's just the way it is. And it's, it's no more complicated than the golden rule of, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. So I don't want to get too preachy, congregation. I know you're not here for the preaching. You did notice I wore my little, I got this shirt. Let's chat for a minute. I got this shirt in Knoxville, Tennessee on one of my visits. I hope to get back down to Knoxville here shortly. And there's a little store that a bunch of people told me about, and I went in there and they had this vintage shirt, and I was like, man, I feel kind of like Graham Parsons wearing this, but it's Easter Sunday, so I thought I'd get dressed up for you guys. That's part and parcel of that story. All right, let me see here. Thanks, Bonnie. Yeah, I like that song too. Well, these are all pretty much new songs, but that one in particular, we're as I told you before, we're kind of trying to figure out what to do. So in the meantime, and I think the weeks blur, and I know that those of you who are out there understand this. The weeks are just blurring. I can't. I say to somebody, well, last week, there's a 50-50 chance that it wasn't last week. Because I really don't know. But I've been having some fun. I had an interview this week with Honky Tonk Bill out of K-Mud in Grangerville, California, and has a great show that he does out there. And he was very gracious. He played almost the entire record, and we just kind of chatted about the songs as we went along. I'm also, and I don't know if it, I was upstairs firing it up today because I didn't catch it yesterday. I don't know if they alternate, but I also heard from Rhinestone Ray. I'm starting to think I need a name. Honky Tonk Bill and Rhinestone Ray. Preacher Dominic just doesn't roll off your tongue quite, the way it should. But anyway, Rhinestone Ray is playing me. He's on K-Squid out of Santa Clara, California. That's KSQD. And he has a really cool program called Running on Gasoline. And then, as I told you, probably one of the highlights was this review that I got, and the reviewer led Allison Brockett, CKUA up in Alberta, Canada, to play the music. And so it's been really, things are still moving along. Matthew Schuler from Dark Side of the Highway, which is up in, I think he's in Massachusetts, is also playing the record now. And it's just been great. It's been great. It's just getting all sorts of wings. It's starting to fly out there. So if you haven't picked it up, please do. If you like it, please share it with people. Call your local radio station and ask for it. If you're listening to public radio or college radio stations, I don't think the big boys want to hear me necessarily, though we have been played on Sirius XM The Village. So I don't know. Just, I think more and more these days, every musician out there really, really needs the community to kind of help them get the word out. And I'm extremely proud of this record. I probably wouldn't, as I have in the past, I probably would be a little less pushy about it if there weren't so many great people involved who all deserve to get some recognition for their contribution, whether it's the songs they wrote that I covered or the ones that sang on it or the musicians that played on it. All right, let's see what else I got here. I'm feeling a little because I had a donut for breakfast, which at my ripe old age is probably not the smartest thing that you can do. I probably need me some of that protein kind of stuff. Let me see here. Let me. I think we did that one last week. So even though we do a lot of these things every week, I don't want to go back and do that particular song. Well, here's a song that mentions Jesus, and why not do that on Easter? Actually, we'll see how this goes. Maybe I'll do a couple of songs that kind of name check, have kind of a gospel. Well, I don't think this has a gospel feel to it, but so I used to kick off back when we were playing for the longest time lately. This is a song from an EP I put out called Couldn't Ask for More. And I wrote it a long time ago, and it, as most songs that I write, it kind of came out of some connection with another human being relationship thing. And in this case, she was, I think, runner-up for Coal Queen. Some little town where they have those kind of things. I haven't played this in a while, so we'll see how it goes. Why, oh, why can't I get it right? When will I ever see the light? All my sins, all I ever know. Seems like there's a long, long way to go. Jesus is coming back around. I ain't waiting or looking to be found. Yeah, I know I'm a little lost. Well, that's a bridge I'll burn when it's crossed. Baby, you're looking mighty nice. I think I remember once or twice. If I'm wrong, well, please tell me so. It ain't like I got no place to go. I hope the bruise don't leave a scar. Hoping it don't change the way you are. And if you can't believe what I say, things are gonna get better. Just you wait. Why, oh, why can't I get it right? Why, oh, why can't I get it right? Why, oh, right? Why can't I get it right? Why, oh, why? That's when we couldn't ask for more record. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. Let's see here. What else we got? I'm trying to dig deeper into the thing and figure out something I haven't played in a while and try to keep you guys. But I'm trying to keep on kind of the theme. Let's do this one. This is not my song. This is a song by the late, great make sure I can do it. Anyway, late, great Dick Curlis. I just want to make sure I remember. Yeah, I think I can do it. Well, there's a stone yonder graveyard with my name carved in it deep. Whoa, deep. And don't tell when supposed to change up the story. These things it can't repeat. Well, I never had a family. No, I never took a wife. All I had was a bottle. I drank away my life. So bury the bottle with me, 'cause it's what tore me down, and I won't be alone tonight when they put me in the ground. They lower my body down. For a drunkard is a sinner, on this I have no doubt. Oh, the Lord won't share his palace with the things he lives without. For the bottle is the devil, and drinking is his name. Oh, the bottle is what took my soul and petrified my brain. So bury the bottle with me, 'cause it's what tore me down, and I won't be alone tonight when they put me in the ground. They lower my body down. So bury the bottle with me, 'cause it's what tore me down, and I won't be alone tonight. Put me in the ground. They lower my body down. All right, Dick Curlis there. All right, let's see here. I think it's it must be where are we here? Yeah. I mean, it's getting there. You know, I think I had a bunch of stuff I wanted to talk about, but I think I'm going to hold some of that up. I will tell you this, and I'm going to just say it in passing. I'm not going to spend any time on it today because, quite frankly, it brings up a lot of anger in me, and that is that I happen to catch bits and pieces of the Chauvin trial this week, and I just think, you know, I don't even want to get into talking about it, but it led me to, I actually felt so strong, and some people know by now the story of American Skin, the track that I produced and orchestrated, whatever you want to call it, involves a lot of people on it. It's available at thecoalescechoir.com, thecoalescechoir.com, and it's going to officially be released through radio on May 3rd, and it will be available in other formats on April 30th. But having spent some time with the trial this week, not, almost inadvertently, flipping on the news and catching bits of it, not pulling myself away from the evil and from the suffering of the people who were testifying soon enough. I reached back out to Springsteen through a different source in the hopes that maybe they would reconsider allowing me to put the verse back in that was inspired by the George Floyd murder and started the whole ball rolling. I have not heard back. I'm not overly optimistic that it will change. And in fact, I've already printed the CDs with the legit version. So it doesn't really matter a whole lot. But if you're not familiar with what I'm talking about, it's pretty simple and fairly self-explained on the website. Again, thecoalesquire.com. You can check out my website for stuff on Come On Over, the Honky Tonk Duets record. And I think that's about what I have. I want to leave you with this optimistic tale. Speaking of Mr. Springsteen, oh boy, yeah. I mean, you know what? I will have to confess that even just talking about the fact that it exists. It's outrageous. It's been well over now. Probably not well over for those of you who keep track of the wells. It's been over a year now since we started doing live streams, and I saw my buddy Jeff Kurtz the other day, who plays drums with me when we've got a band, and we've been through. He was part of Vincent 52 before I kind of went out on my own, and anyway, we were talking a little bit just about the this kind of coming back to the whole thing, and I'm anxious to get back to playing and get back out there and stop spending so much time watching some of the Bills of the world. The roadie just quit, so I have to tune my own guitar. Anyway, I appreciate you guys spending some time with me today. I will tell you that coming up on April 19th, there is a very cool live stream called Live from the Rug Shop, which is being done somewhat locally. Not too far from me. We're going to go down and play about a half hour's worth of music. It's not too long, but it's a great, very professional production. And they're kind of keeping music flowing out there, which is nice. All these avenues to get out, and I appreciate everybody who's supported the work along the way. But as I was starting to say, it's been over a year, which is just amazing to me since we started this. And I was when Jeff and I were talking, I was saying to him that a year ago, give or take, before I started these streams, I wouldn't do a live stream, and in part because I just didn't feel comfortable messing up, which I do. I now feel comfortable enough with you guys to mess up, but more importantly, I think that my skills developed a little bit, and in part, I just took a leap of faith and jumped out there and started playing. Grab your ticket and your suitcase. Thunder's rolling down this track. Well, you don't know where you're going now, but you know you won't be back. Well, darling, if you're weary, lay your head upon my chest. We'll take what we can carry, and we'll leave the rest. Big wheels roll through fields where sunlight streams. Well, I will provide for you. I'll stand by your side. You'll need a good companion now for this part of the ride. Leave behind your sorrows. Let this day be the last. For tomorrow there'll be sunshine. All this darkness past. Big wheels roll through fields where sunlight streams. Meet me in the land of hope and dreams. Well, this train carries saints and sinners. This train carries losers and winners. This train carries whores and gamblers. This train carries lost souls. This train, dreams will not be thwarted. This train, faith will be rewarded. This train, hear the steel wheels singing. This train, bells of freedom ringing. Oh, this train carries saints and sinners. This train carries losers and winners. This train carries whores and gamblers. This train carries broken-hearted. Whoa, this train carries broken-hearted. This train thieves and sweet souls departed. This train carries fools and kings. This train, all aboard. This train, dreams will not be thwarted. This train, faith will be rewarded. This train, faith will be rewarded. This train, faith will be rewarded. This train, hear the steel wheels singing. This train, bells of freedom ring. I can't read what's on the paper. Well, I will provide for you. I'll stand by your side. You'll need a good companion now for this part of the ride. Leave behind your sorrows. Let this day be the last. Oh, tomorrow there'll be sunshine. All this darkness past. Big wheels roll through fields where sunlight streams. Meet me in the land of hope and dreams. Meet me in the land of hope and dreams. Well, I still believe in the land of hope and dreams. All right, folks. Thank you for gathering this morning. I hope you have a wonderful day and a great week ahead. I will see you next week with hopefully a few little changes. Like I say, we may be doing a different mechanism to get out there, but I'll do some testing on it before then. But thank you so much for being here. I'm going to put down the golden axe here, and I'm going to slowly but surely ease my way forward so that I can end all these streams and remember which ones I touch and which ones I actually have to use the keyboard. So thank you guys very much. Stay safe out there. Stay sane and see you soon. Bye, Facebook. I think. Yes. Bye, Facebook. Bye, Instagram. And bye, YouTube. Thank you guys for being